Welcome back everyone to Pinetopia. We are continuing along our long-term effort, of course, to fortify this particular village that we have here. So far we have fenced it in, but I don't consider that to be fortified. I eventually am going to need a full set of walls there. A set of walls coming across here to enclose within this area. But that's a long-term project. The project in all is to last through the duration of 1.14, so obviously just slapping in some walls there and calling it done is not the plan there. Now I do have a couple of things that I am building as side projects in here. Down here I created a cattle pen. I've only got 3 cattle there so far. Hopefully I'll get a few more in there, and of course I'll be breeding in there. And eventually I'll just have this grow into a bit of a ranch that I'll have down here. Probably build a ranch house so that I can raise and do all that stuff with the cattle. And the idea there, of course, is to get leather. The reason I want leather is because up here I am building a wizard's tower, and the wizard's tower is going to be including the enchanting table. I have the enchanting table already, as you saw from the last episode, but I don't have any bookcases yet. I have absolutely... I gotta have some... I'm sure I have at least one piece of leather because I fished up a piece of leather between episodes. But you can see here I have very little leather. And what little I have are probably left in the chest, probably down by the wizard's area. So the idea here is I have very little leather, so I need to get enough leather so I can do some serious enchanting. I'm past level 30 now, so I could do full enchanting if I had the leather for it. But that'll be some time away. So what do I do today specifically? I just realized that I was talking through the night there and not paying attention to what was going on. And of course, talking through the night means the villagers could have been in danger. Because I still need to get some more lighting around here. My plan for lighting is to eventually grab out these pumpkins, put lights into them, create jack-o'-lanterns, and put them through the area. I think that will fit this region right now. This is, of course, assuming I've got any villagers left after that little stunt. There we go. Okay, because there's my Fletcher. Now, on my Fletcher, I now have opened up a crossbow trade. I also have a string trade. But I don't think I'm going to be doing much string trading at the foreseeable future. But right now I can get a crossbow here, but I still prefer bows to crossbows, especially at one emerald, which is a nice price. But I still want to give him enough sticks so that I eventually get enough. Actually, let's see. I have right now 32 arrows. How about making a full stack? The idea is to hopefully eventually get an enchanted bow or something like that to open up one of those trades. Now flint, unlikely I'll ever have enough flint. But I figure, actually, I should enchant the bow I have. It's not going to be a very good enchantment, but it'll be better than nothing for the time being. And the enchantery is up here. And we could look into what we're going to do for our build. Perhaps I just should say enchanting table, since I haven't actually built an enchantery yet. That's the entire idea of building this tower here. So here we have the foundation, which we saw on the map there. And I need a nice little design here. In the interior, I've got 7 by 7. I figured the lower level, which is what I forgot in the last episode, the lower level is going to be our nether portal. And I figure a 7x7 area would be a nice area down here as an entrance and all of that stuff. Probably made of stone, at least on the four corners. Maybe spruce on the middle parts of there. And then we'll go up on there, go in by one, and we'll be 5x5 interior for the second level, which is where we'll put the enchanting table. Is that a good idea? Well, yeah, 5x5 the enchanting table. We'll have a ladder going up there. It will deposit us right where we'll be with the table in the middle and then the book surrounding it. And then we'll go up one more for where we'll have our sleeping quarters, and then on top of that we'll have a roof where we could look out and see how everything is. And of course down here we'll have a nice little fishing hole. Perhaps there could be a basement entrance. We could have a basement down here so that we can have an entry and entrance right down over there. That's another possibility. Alright, so those are the ideas that we have there, but the reason I came here was so that I can throw an enchantment on this bow, which of course isn't going to be a very impressive one. Let's see. Power. If we were at a high level or something like this, I'll probably go for the 3, hoping I get a secondary one, but I've never seen me get a secondary one when I'm only doing a with a notebook enchant, so I'm going to just throw a power one there, and yeah, it's not going to be a very impressive one. Actually, while we're here, we might as well throw one on this fishing rod. Unbreaking. What is this? It gives you a... Does he have a name for the enchantment here? Unbreaking one. Well, yeah, whatever. Fishing rods are going to break quickly, no matter what you do. Oh. Yeah, there is my... That is my one piece of leather is right there. Now, we are going to have cobble on the corners. That's the idea there. So I'll need cobble in order to be my main building material, and I'll need plenty of spruce. And of course, getting spruce should be absolutely no problem whatsoever. It appears that all the villagers are alright. So that is good news. See, I'm going to add an extra level of foundation here. And add some steps right over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that could be our front porch here. For the start, I'm going to do the corners. See what happens if I start out with the corners, and then that gives us 5 in the middle in which to do something else. Would be the best way to go there. Is to have stone corners, and I know this is a little bit different from what we got here, where we've got stone all around, perhaps with logs on the corners. So I am breaking from that architecture a little bit, but maybe that's the reason why he was forced to build out here, because his architecture didn't match. You know how eccentric wizards can be. Yeah, there we go, and that's throw on those 3 sides. Just keep an eye on the sun, because this time I'll be a lot closer, I mean a lot further away from the village, so it could be that the reason why nothing untoward happened, that during the opening sequences, that maybe a lot of the village was close enough to me where nothing really could spawn inside in the non-lit areas, but down here, yeah, all that place is prime spawning distance probably. So I have to be aware of that. Let's see, how high do I want this to go? Well, I want to have a nether portal here. Actually, maybe this isn't a good place for the nether portal. What I could do instead is to make this a crafting area where I have all my general crafting things, such as the furnace, the workbench, and any other crafting areas, like maybe a blast furnace and stuff like that. And I could put the nether portal into the basement, the nether part of the house, so to speak. Yes, I think that'd be much better. Because I was having trouble wondering, alright, we're going to have this nether portal here, and I always think of the nether portal as a weighty thing. And I don't think it fits in quite with what I'm doing here. So I will have, this is our entrance here, so we can have a stairway going down here, right? So we have a stairway going down here. Good. And we'll head down step by step. Not too bad there isn't a wood equivalent of a stone cutter, so that we could get stairs done more efficiently. But as far as I know right now, the only way to get stairs out of wood, do I really want wood stairs though? No, I think of that. Yeah, stairs I will take out of wood. It's below that where I won't have any wood. This is going to be the lower section where we're going to have the wood, and I still do have good, and I'll just dig down here piece by piece, and that goes into the basement where we are going to have our nether portal. And all will be nice. Now here's the stairway complete, little landing made out of spruce. Then we come down to this area. Now we have the sandstone. Obviously we don't want the sandstone to be part of the support structure of the tower, because sure, that's not going to be ideal. So I will replace that, at least in the support sections. Though if we don't reach that far, then it won't matter. Then we'll just pretend that there's something more solid there. But obviously anything that's visible is the sandstone will have to be removed. At least in this part of it, that looks like it's part of the support structure. And let's see. This is definitely part of the foundation right here. And the wood is going to give way right at that point for cobble. I might have a level landing there for the cobble, and then we are going to come down here where we are going to have our portal. Now our portal has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because it needs to be 3 high plus 1 on top and the bottom for the a point on the top and on the bottom, because you've got the corners up, because the 3 high of course is for the open part of it, and of course the actual obsidian has to be above and below, so we need a total of 5 for that. Good. And therefore 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to be able to go down 2 more levels in all. I'll just gradually step down to it from there. So I'll make this right here. Ooh, coal. I'm not exactly swimming in coal yet. Coal's very tight because it's one of my trades that I'm doing with the weaponsmith, and in order to, and of course, I need coal for a great number of other things on top of that. So yes, I still don't have a reliable source of coal. So hopefully I'll just do some more mining at some point to be able to get enough of that to keep me well supplied for the long term. But that's for later, and I think it's time for me to hit the bed. I made another trade with the fisherman to see what's next in here, and ooh, a salmon trade. Unbreaking one fishing rod. I know, whoop-de-doo, but oh well. I was hoping to have something better than unbreaking one, but that's what we got so far. Maybe someday I'll get them all the way up. But the reason why I came back here was that for the basement, while I was originally having a cobble floor there, I was thinking maybe a granite floor would be nice for the basement instead. And most of my granite was over at my base. Let's see what it looks like in granite. Now, of course, question is, should you use regular granite or polished granite? And you can have stairs and slabs and all that fun stuff in granite these days. The idea is I'll have the granite down here. We have a little slit here. This is where we'll have the obsidian. So this would be actually be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So therefore that would be the top, that would be the bottom, and we can have the sides there. And the corners will also be made out of granite since I only have 10 obsidian. Yeah, I think granite would be a real nice mix to go into there. And here we go. We have 57 granite here plus 10 there. So we should have plenty of granite there. So let's first, I think smooth granite will be the look I want. So I'll have a look at that. And that might work. But I want to start by, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that layer and then replace it with granite and see how it all looks. And maybe it'll look good going in from the wood that we have here. Then here I'm going to want, I'll use that as a base for it. So put this here. Then I could have 6 slabs. I brought the stone cutter over from the other side also. At least I thought I brought the stone cutter. Well, I had intended to bring the stone cutter over. Whether or not I did bring, well, at least in the case of the slabs, it doesn't matter all that much because slabs work no matter what. Put this in here. They're always the fun bit of inventory management, but we'll see. We'll get this here. But when it comes to stairs and stuff like that, of course, the stone cutter helps to make things a lot more efficient. Alright, there we go. Good, and then another layer of polished granite. I think this is the layer where we want, right, this is the layer where we'll be building the thing, so we don't need to go down any further in that. So we want to be, oh yeah, this is then the solution of that is to make this wall what will we do with that wall? Now that is the foundation wall right there, but we could stop early relative to the foundation wall Actually, we'll just cover that up with... Should we use more granite? Let's see. I want to make... I'll test that before I turn that all into smooth. Actually, too samey. Diorite work? Or andesite? Maybe andesite would be better. But I'll check unpolished granite first, then I'll worry about andesite. Well, we do have that little bit over there. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep it this way for now, and if I don't like it, I could always replace it with another type of stone at a later time. Okay. And here... Actually, no, we do want the corner to actually be granite there. We want that to be granite. We want that to be granite. 1, 2, 3. That. Good. And now we could put in the obsidian. Obviously, we don't want the torch there then. Here goes nothing. Hope I measured it right because I don't have any spare obsidian. Good. And my flint and steel I left upstairs. Now here goes nothing. I wonder what's on the other side. I better get some inventory space free before I do that. Because if I certainly don't want to go in with everything, and if I get killed quickly, lose everything. Should go in with a weapon. I won't need my precious axe there. I will go in with my bow, because if I lose the bow, yeah, big deal. I can get another bow easily enough. And let's see. Oh, obviously I need the flint and steel. Won't do much with the water. Yeah. I don't think anything else here is left that's so precious that I will cry on losing it. So let us sit down and have a look at our fun little nether spawn. Or perhaps we should save this for the next episode. I'll see you then. This is Pineleaf News for Pinetopia.